In this video, we will divide polynomials by a monomial using the quotient rule of exponents. So first we need to remember the quotient rule. When we're dividing two monomials, we subtract the exponents. So x to the a over x to the b, we're going to have x to the a minus b. So let's look at what we do here. I have 36x to the fifth divided by 4x cubed. The 36 and the 4 I just divide. 36 divided by 4 is 9. And x to the fifth over x cubed becomes x squared. Here I have 18y cubed over 6y to the seventh. 18 over 6 we just divide. So 18 over 6 becomes 3, and the 3 stays on top. But here we have y cubed over y to the seventh. 3 minus 7 becomes a negative 4, and we put that y to the fourth on the bottom. In this last one, the 20 over the 24 simply reduces. 20 is not divisible by 24 evenly, but we can simplify that fraction to be 5/6. A squared over a cubed means we have an a left on the bottom. Notice that the b to the fourths reduce away. 4 minus 4 is 0, and anything to the 0 power is just 1. C to the sixth over c cubed, and we have c cubed left on top. We're going to be using this quotient rule to help us divide polynomials by monomials. So here we have a binomial that's being divided by this monomial 3. What that really means is that each term in that numerator is getting divided by the 3. So we really have 6x being divided by 3 plus 9 being divided by 3. I want you guys to write that separation. So 6x divided by 3 is just 2x. 9 divided by 3 is just 3. So 2x plus 3 is that expression simplified. This problem here, 40x squared minus 8x divided by 8, is on your own. Next we have 7n squared plus 4n divided by n. This really means that 7n squared is being divided by n plus 4n being divided by n. Notice each term in the numerator is getting divided by that denominator. So 7n squared over n, we're going to subtract those exponents and just get 7n. 4n over n means we're going to get rid of the n's. They will reduce away, and I'm just left with 4. So 7n plus 4 is that simplified expression. This problem here is on your own. Next I have 10v squared plus 5v minus 15, all being divided by 5. So this time I have a trinomial being divided by a monomial. I'm still taking every term in the numerator and dividing it by the 5. So I'm going to have 10v squared divided by 5 plus 5v divided by 5. And notice this subtraction. So I have minus 15 over 5. Now I do each division separately. So 10v squared divided by 5 is 2v squared. 5v divided by 5 is just 1v, minus 15 divided by 5, which is just 3. This problem here is on your own. Be careful here when you're dividing the 3c by itself. Next I have 8a cubed minus 2a squared plus 5a being divided by a. That means that each of those terms are being divided by a. So 8 cubed a over a minus 2a squared over a plus 5a over a. So when I divide 8a cubed by a, I'm going to get 8a squared, because 3 minus 1 gives me that exponent of 2. 2a squared divided by a, 2 minus 1 gives me an exponent of 1. Plus 5a divided by a, and these a's reduce away. 1 minus 1 is 0. So I have 8a squared minus 2a plus 5. This problem here is on your own. Next, I'm dividing this polynomial here by this monomial. We know it's a monomial because all we have in that negative 7x to the fourth y is multiplication. This is all one term. So on the top, this is really a binomial being divided by a monomial. Once again, though, I take each term from the top and divide it by the denominator. So I have 14x to the sixth y cubed over negative 7x to the fourth y. And then I have minus 49 x to the fifth y to the ninth divided by negative 7x to the fourth y. So here I have 14 divided by negative 7, and that gives me a negative 2. X to the sixth over x to the fourth gives me x squared. Y cubed over y gives me y squared. Notice here that this minus and this minus will actually give me a plus here. When I divide 49 by negative 7, that's a negative 7, but minus and negative will turn into this positive 7 here. X to the fifth over x to the fourth becomes x, and y to the ninth over y becomes y to the eighth. This problem here is on your own. Here we have negative 25x to the fourth y cubed plus 30x squared y to the fifth being divided by negative 5x squared y. So I have negative 25x to the fourth y cubed divided by negative 5x squared y plus 30x squared y to the fifth divided by a negative 5x squared y. So negative divided by a negative becomes a positive 5x squared y squared. And here I have 30 divided by a negative 5, so notice how this becomes subtraction here instead of a positive. The x squareds actually reduce away, and then I have y to the fifth over y, which becomes y to the fourth. And this last problem is on your own.